Stop scrolling, stop scrolling, stop scrolling.
Because you are now kicking it with the Handicap and Chill podcast. And this episode today is called It Doesn't Matter If It's Black or White. Does it?
Oh,
I had to, I took, I don't have my glasses today because I'm about to be real ignorant and, and say some things. And we got my co host.
hey man, Michael 57, always opinionated, never.
AKA Michael Banner. Hey, bro, every show, you look more and more like David Banner, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
Let the grow. I'm gonna let the salt and pepper grow, dog. I'm gonna let the hair grow too. We gonna see what it do, how far it go.
Yeah, I feel you. But listen. You know what Michael Jackson said back in the day? He said, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. I was going to do that. But does it matter? I'm gonna tell you why. I want to ask you why it doesn't matter. Because first of all, shout out to the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? I got a new team. I got play. Oh, you know what? I don't really follow teams, but I follow players. Like
Okay,
Alyssa Pilly.
okay.
I like Cameron Brink. And I like Tahina Pow Pow. Tahina Pow Pow plays for the Atlanta Dream. Alisa Pilly plays for the Minnesota Lynx. Cameron Brick plays for the Los Angeles Sparks. But that's not why I brought this up. Okay, if you watched the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever a couple days ago, it was a good game. No, I'm lying. Chicago Sky got blown out the water. They lost by 30. 30
That's a
to,
blow.
to they lost by 30 to Caitlin Clark and then in Fever. Angel Reese did. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the game, Caitlin Clark gave Angel Reese a take foul. You know what I'm saying? It was a little excuse me. It was a little hard. Hit her kind of hard. She fell on the ground.
A little bit,
Well,
yeah.
Angel Reese got up and wanted all the smoke. She was ready to fight. She was up here, and you know some of the words she was talking about. You crazy chick. You acting crazy. This, that, and the third. Everybody's all in a situation about it. Did you see it? Did you see the foul?
Yeah. I said, man, I'm gonna be real, cause I like Angel and I like Caitlin, so I'm gonna just keep it real. In this case, the play before that, Angel did push one of the players on the fever. So Caitlin was pointing her finger like, ref, you ain't see that? So then Caitlin took the take foul. So the take foul was a little hard, but not really. It was a regular take foul, man. When they that close to the basket, it gotta be a good foul. You can't do a little slap on the wrist. That ain't gonna do nothing. It's Angel Reese right by the basket. So you gotta do a real foul. I don't think it was done malicious. I think society just not used to see women play hard and be competitive like men. So
Now here's the thing. Okay, now because I didn't see what the other foul that Kayla Clark was complaining about. Now, if Kayla Clark saw one of her players get fouled and she ain't like it, and she went to go get that get back, she saw like a real one to me. Like if I saw you get fouled and the ref don't do nothing, and I'm like, hey, yo, you ain't see that? Oh, all right, boom. But you saw that,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Plus, she had to anyway. Like Angel Reese was right by the basket. I would have took the foul too. It's either that or give her a fucking layup. You can't do that. So a take foul by the basket always gonna be kind of hard because you gotta be a good foul. You right by the basket. You can't just like can't just tap them. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was. They upgraded it to a flagrant. I think that was unnecessary. But yeah, we just got to get you. And then every time, everything Angel do, she not the villain. Everything Caitlyn do, she not an angel. I mean, Angel. I mean, Caitlyn competitive. Caitlyn talk shit too. But online, I ain't gonna lie. When white people talk about Caitlyn like she don't never do a hard foul or nothing. Yes, she do, but it's just part of the game, man. Look at Draymond. It's a lot of everybody foul hard at one time. It's basketball, bro. Just let these two women play basketball, please.
So 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 with all this being said, everybody got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Gil's Arena, one of my
Yeah,
favorite shows on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of my favorite shows on YouTube. I was
yeah,
watching Gil's Arena, and Cheryl Swoops was on there, and you know Cheryl Swoops is not like Caitlin Clark. It seems like that. Now it seems like Cheryl Swoops don't like Caitlin Clark, but she's definitely pro Angel Reese. Now she did sit up here and say, as a black woman, we gotta take so much of it because you know Angel Reese is out here. She's a black woman and she's taking a lot of slack. Now, is the slack that Angel Reese taking the 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 the, the problems, the controversy? I can say right. I'm in my bag today because I got a little nap in before I
Like,
before I got on the show.
you well rested. Yeah, you ready to go? What's up?
Now, is all these problems that Angel Reese is uh having, are they warranted?
I think some Caucasian people will be like, they always playing a race card, but those white people they be playing a race card. It's a lot of racial tension with Caitlyn and Angel put on by like fans in society. It's like the bird magic thing, but probably a little worse than that. Because like everything Caitlyn do, man, Caitlyn fans they like 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 when Angel Reese was doing this, they was like, oh, Angel, she's not a good sportsman. But Caitlyn started doing that first. I don't got a problem with neither one of them doing it. They just talking shit. Just like Curry do this, just like just like Ja be doing what he do when he score bow 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 whatever he do when he scored on the
He got
grenade.
he got the grenades on now. He be like,
You saw the Indiana Pacer game when they came back. Tyrese Halliburton did this,
this shit was fire.
giving a shout out to Reggie Miller. So I mean, I don't got no problem with nobody talking shit on the court. Shout out to my boy Draymond. Shout out to Dennis Rodman. Shout out to Bill and Beer, man. So let these women play. Let these women talk shit. Let these women play basketball. I don't like no old soft basketball anyway. Let's get a little physical. Let's
Now,
cut it up a little bit. That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with
now,
that.
now, Cheryl Swoops was on Gil's Arena, right? And you know the homies that like Kenya Martin, um,
Yeah.
um,
Rashad
Nick
McGee.
Nick Young, all them. Well, no, Rashad McCants wasn't on the episode, but
Okay.
Kenya Martin, uh, Gilbert Arenas, Nick Young, they was just like you know, um, they was just like it's not that deep. Like the foul was not that deep. Now Cheryl Swoops was like, all right, when Caitlin Clark did the take foul to Angel Reese, right? She felt like Caitlin Clark should have just stood in it, like stood on what she did, because she felt like when she did the take foul, she was like, I don't want no problems. It is what it is. And I don't want no problems. She walked away. She feels like Caitlin Clark shouldn't have walked away.
Well, she didn't want no smoke in real life. That's all that mean when you walk away and don't stand there. Yo,
But
she just want to do the foul. She don't really want no smoke with Angel for real, bro.
because because internet saying, look, it was just a foul to me. You take it as a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? It was just a foul
Yeah,
to me.
like, and then if you stand there, you do kind of be like, "What's up?" So, like, man, hey, it's just a foul in the game. I don't want to fight you, bro. That's what that walk
And
away.
this
I don't really want no problem.
okay. So I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, I like the way you said it, right? But this is how I look at it, right? I'm gonna look at it from another perspective. Here we go. I got my little nap in. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be violent. Okay. So I'm okay. You found my teammate down at the other court, down at the other end, right? All right, all right. I got you back. That happens all the time. You found my player, I get you back. Boom. All right. You kind of fell over. Oh, I'm mad. What's your problem? I was like, oh, I don't want no smoke. It is what it is. It's a game. You want to call me crazy? You want to get mad? Hey, bro. Like, bro, let's be real. A couple years ago, we wasn't watching the WNBA. So this is why I sit back and say, yeah, Caitlin Clark gonna walk away, bro, because I'm the reason why people are watching the WNBA. Well, I'm one of the people who started it. Okay, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they started this whole thing off a rivalry they had in college.
Yeah, I
Quick,
think the rivalry helps sell the game. Now, is Caitlyn the biggest star out of the two? Yes. Uh, it ain't just because she white though. She can really play. She like the Curry, and that's the way the game is going now with the 3 point. It's exciting. I mean, Angel Reese plays like a say a Shaq, but she's a woman, so she's not dunking the ball. But she play aggressive under the basket, get rebounds. I think that game, what did she get? 12 and 17. So them Angel numbers. But for it to be, I think for her to really be in the conversation, man, she need to get that number up to like 18, 20 points. Because
right,
you get 18 points, 20 points, and then you get 10 rebounds, then we can talk. 20 and 10, we can talk.
right. Okay, now rewind. Okay, now last you like I did the rewind. Okay, now last year, Angel Reese got a hard foul, and they damn near chokeslammed chokeslammed her to the ground. One of the other players on another team. Angel Reese didn't get up ready to fight. Then what happened was I don't.
I,
You didn't
I
have you didn't have smoke.
don't know what play you talking about, but just in general, you know how I go, man. People be picking and choosing when they want to be tough. Yeah,
Oh, I like how you said picking and choosing.
somebody hit you in the back of the head, and then depending on who it is, when you turn around, that decides how aggressive you gonna be. If it's a big muscular dude about 6'5", you might say, "Oh man, oh homie, you good? Don't need a truck." Everybody make mistakes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. Shout out to
Yeah.
shout out to Aaliyah Boston because she did what she's supposed to do. Angel Reese got up like she was about to get like she wanted some smoke. Aaliyah Boston was like she didn't even do nothing crazy. She was just like, we ain't even on that. We ain't even on that. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody last year was like, Caitlin Clark need to get some players that's gonna have her back. So when these type of situations happen, when they try to push her around and this, that, and third, they're not gonna let it happen. Now they're doing it. Now they got people that's gonna stand up and be like, look, you ain't gonna hurt our player. Now, all right, fast forward, okay. So RG3, Robert Griffin III. You don't know him. He used to play for the Washington Commanders. Back in the day, it was called the Redskins or uh, the Washington football team. And he used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. Okay. Now, RG3 went on this little tangent, okay? And he was sitting back talking about how Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And, he had points to prove it. Now, whether I agree or whether I don't, that's not for
What,
me to say.
what
He
was some of his points?
uh he brought up the issue that they had last year and this, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? He brought up a lot of things, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. All right, so look, um, Ryan Clark came in. Ryan Clark said basically, um, you are not qualified. He basically said that he's not qualified to talk about this situation. Matter of fact, what he said was he was speaking up for Angel Reese. Okay, he was sticking up for Angel Reese, talking about how she's a black woman and things she has to go through as a black woman in the sports and this, that, and third. And he says that he felt like RG3 is not qualified to talk about the Angel Reese situation and the word because RG3 said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and Ryan Clark was like, hate? I'm not sure about the hate part, but you're not qualified to talk about black issues in sports because you're not qualified to talk about black women in sports. You're sticking up for white people because you have a white wife. Now, in his defense, RG3's wife was in the background of RG3, in the background of the RG3 at the crib while he was talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and his wife was in the background like, that's right, doing like, you know
Yeah.
how like you get. You know how like you get into it with somebody and your wife wants you to stick up for her and like so you gotta act like you mad. Hey yo, if you ever disrespect my wife again, I did it and she up there, that's right. I'm so proud of you, baby. That's right, yeah, So she so that's what she was doing, all in the background. Now, Ryan Clark said, I'll tell you one thing that RG3 is not doing. He's not in the household. He's not in his house talking about these black situations because he has a white wife. And RG3 was like, bro, you ain't had to come for my wife, bro. You know what I mean? And then Ryan Clark was like, you know, you was a terrible teammate on and off the field. I remember when you kept saying, you're the milkman and milk's so great. He like, cause he has white. Both his wives are white. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay. So let me kind of put myself in the situation. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I talk to all races. I've talked to white women. Okay, if you're gonna sit here and be like, I'm gonna take your black card because you talking about, okay, cool. I don't have it. Here, I'll throw it out for you. Threw the black card out. Okay, cool. Now, here's the thing. I feel like Ryan Clark was wrong for going at the family. Talk about you're not having these conversations. You're not having these type of conversations in your household, basically because your wife is white. But he has a mom. He might have an aunt. He might have a black girl. You don't know. Like, don't talk. Don't speak on my wife, bro. Don't speak on my family, because then I gotta catch you outside, bro. And like, I want to say, people, if I'm with somebody, don't speak on her in a negative sense. Like, now, but I would correct my wife and be like, hey, look, I would correct my wife, like, look, when I'm talking about these situations, you can't be in the background just clapping it up, 'cause it don't look right.
And see, that's my problem. It ain't really. She was on the pod in the background co-signing. So at that point, it's fair game because you on the pod co-signing.
It's not. It's not.
She on the. Hey man, if somebody whooping my ass, right, and you in the background like, yeah, whoop his ass, get him. Man, if I get a chance, I'm hitting you in the mouth too, man. Fuck that. Hold up. So if you on the pod co-signing, then you can get this pod work too. Cause you should have just not said nothing, or she don't do sports. She could have. Do she usually be on his pod, or when
Uh,
he vlogging? Do she usually be in the vlogs?
I don't know. Maybe she felt real passionate about the situation and wanted to hear what her husband could.
Oh, she real passionate about this one. So she got some, she ain't never on the vlogs, but she want to be on this one. Oh, okay, fair game then.
Yeah, all right. How?
Hey, equality. Now, for me, I mostly date black women. I've dated
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I
Ain't
dated a
nothing wrong.
I dated a black woman, and I dated a white woman for like 3 months. In my case, sometimes with white women, and this happened in my case, this is my personal case, it's a lot of explaining you got to do. Like it's some like cultural shit they just don't understand, and you constantly got to explain that cultural shit to them, or why people staring at y'all when y'all go out in public. You gotta explain that to them all the time, and sometimes they just never get it. So that's my opinion, just in
You don't
general.
think they stared at you because you walking on sticks?
But yeah, but
Yeah.
you know that stare versus the interracial couple stare. It's different. You know the difference. Cause
Yeah. True.
cause that stare that cause you want crushes, they just like, oh, what happened to them? Or what happened to him? But I used to tell them when I was talking to that Caucasian one, I was like, man, you can't be soft because we both got a disability and we're an interracial couple. So you can't be soft, bro. You
That's
can't
true.
you can't be fragile because every time somebody say something or somebody challenge our relationship or question it, you can't be scared to say something because, bro, interracial couple and we disabled. But I do say, now I do think it's weird. This is my personal opinion, so I take all the flack for this comment if y'all mad.
Wait, hold on before you say that. I can't even wait to you because like I got some crazy got a plot twist.
Okay. So
But go ahead.
I say if you one of those black guys that only date white women,
There's some people that's like that. Hmm.
that might be an issue because it's like, damn. I know dudes that women that be like they only date rich guys and stuff, but that's your preference still. But I still be like, if you only date white women, them usually be the dudes that be quick to talk down on black women and say, oh, this and this about black, oh, this and that, because like they be like, oh man, so I just the dudes that only date white women, I kind of look at that like that's kind of like if you date all
I
women, cool. But if you just 99.9% of the time date white women, only white women, that's kind of like I don't know. Do you got
so
some kind
like
of self hate thing going on? Or?
no, but it could be a situation of what you was raised around because
If
I
you,
went to I
all right,
went to I went to I went to I went to county schools or schools in the suburbs, and there was a lot of white people. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you could have had a bad situation with a certain side. You feel me? And you just like,
but that's what I'm saying about people. I've heard people say, "Oh, like I think Dennis Rodman said one time, man, when I was broke, um, black girls weren't really talking to me, but was white girls talking to you? You just weren't getting
that's
no
true.
girls. You just weren't getting no girls back then. That's all that was.
And
Now,
I think that see now black women have this stigma of being masculine. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And a masculine woman can turn a man off. It doesn't mean that he's insecure. You know what I mean? But it's just like I
now,
don't want to have.
now
Huh?
I say this because I don't know if I say this on me just in case. Okay, no. Now, black women, I love y'all. Some of y'all are masculine, but I get it because if you came up in a single parent home, you saw your mama doing everything. So when your mom had to be the mom and the dad, she had to be the disciplinary, she had to be the nurturer, she had to do everything. So when you do everything and then you got your own money, she had to figure out how to be the provider and the protector. So yeah, you kind of grow up like I don't need a man or I ain't gonna listen to everything you say. I feel like back in the day, like the 60s, the 50s, when women wasn't working for the most part, like they say black women was still working more than white women. But man, once you start making your own money, just some stuff you ain't gotta put up with. Like women of yesteryear, if they man was making all the money, they did kind of had to shut up if they guy was on that shut up shit. If they had a guy that was like kind of like, I run this ship, then they had to just go with it. And then, there was some nice guys around that time that didn't abuse their power. But if they chose to, like, what you gonna do? He making all the money. But man, once you start making your money and then you getting your degrees and you saw your mama raise you by herself too with no man, you ain't as apt to be a team player. You like, I'm my own boss. So that can get tough in a relationship because any relationship, it got to be give and take compromise because sometimes, even with a man, it might be certain situations where your woman should lead because she know more about this kind of topic or situation than you do. So whatever the situation is, if one of y'all is well versed in it, that should be the person that takes the lead. It ain't even about gender. So like some men know how to cook better than they women. So he probably do most of the cooking. And you know, so that's just how it go, man. But
So let me say it like this. So let me say my part, right? All right. I'd have been with it. I'd have been with both races, black
yeah,
and white. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna give you some points from both perspectives. The black, the black women, a lot of the black women, dads ain't been in their life or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
you ain't
So
wrong. Go
So
ahead.
the mom had to raise them. So the mom taught them how to be independent. So they became masculine. All right, now here's the thing with the white women. The white women, they was with dudes for a long period of time, and this is my perspective, and this is just what I've gone through. I'm telling you no lie. This is what I've gone through. The white women, they was with a dude for so long, they was abused, put up a lot of things, so they fucked up in the head. What I basically said, and it's like some black women, they get abused, they get fucked up in the head. Abuse sees no color. You know what I'm saying? Abuse sees no color. So what I learned is, man, with me as far as race, what I'm trying to race to, I'm trying to race to this money. I'm trying to race to happiness. I'm trying to race to this peace. I need peace. I don't care. Hey, bro, you could be a 4'2" midget somewhere. If you got some peace, I'm cool.
Little person. We love people with disabilities over here. Handy
Oh
shit.
yeah, little
Yeah.
person, dwarf. My fault. My fault. Okay, so but you know what I'm saying?
I
That's
think
what it is.
every little person not a dwarf. I could be wrong, but I don't think every little person is a dwarf.
Okay, all right. Every little person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But let me tell you the part that's crazy. So you remember Marcellus Violet? Marcellus, his name is.
Marcel
Guess
Valley.
what? Guess what he said? He said,
Can't imagine.
well, dang. He said, damn, Ryan Clark. Well, you sit up here and talk about he's the worst teammate. Then that means you got your own little problem with him. It's not just about the. It's not just about the Angel Reese Killer Clark thing. And then he said, wait. And then he said, why you going so hard on RG3 and you got a white baby mother?
But okay. I see where you're going.
He
Okay,
got a mixed child.
okay. Check it. Watch me work though. Cause
Okay,
I see both points. But check it.
let's
You
get to
know,
it.
you know the difference between them dudes that will date a white woman versus them dudes that only date white women. That's one.
Dude,
So
in
it's a
this case, it doesn't matter.
yeah, dude, cause like them dudes that only date white women, bro, they usually be talking down on black dudes. I mean black women. They use for the ones that only date, they usually do. Now the ones that like you'll date a black girl, white girl, Mexican girl, that's different. The ones that only date, they be having a complex with black women, bro. And I will say this, man. Oh, now about the being a bad teammate. okay, you probably do got a little issue with him. So you got a little issue with him because he was a bad teammate in your eyes. And then on top of that, he said the shit about Angel Reese. That was probably just enough for him. Now I will say the fact that he said he was a bad teammate, yeah, he might got a little issue with him. But like, uh, what's the new name? Wiley.
Yeah, Marcellus Wiley.
Marcellus Wiley be kind of saying some.
Man,
Sometimes
yeah.
people, sometimes he be kind of selloutish, in my opinion. So when you said his name, I kind of knew what side of the coin he was on,
I
But
mean, I feel you, but
he just
I
like that
get
in general. Them be his takes.
yeah. Here's another thing too. Like as me as a person, I guess because I got older, you know what I'm saying, and I've got wiser with the way I move and the way I think. I'm never gonna let somebody else's opinion about what I say get to me because I said it. Like if you like, you could be mad at me, you could be angry, nigga. Like
Yeah, if you don't
it's not
agree
gonna change that I said it.
it might be people that's going to agree with me when they see this episode. But my opinion, my opinion. You might say something that make me change it. You might not. It just, but it's my opinion in this moment. So that's why I say always opinionated, never intimidated. I
But
mean,
here's the thing. Please, please, people, please, all right. Sports is supposed to be the one thing that we come together, black, white, Mexican, whatever the case. Sports is supposed to be the one time that we come together and we unite and all that. Like, don't take the fun out of the game, especially not women's basketball, because we barely watch it. We watch it now because it's cool because we got some players that we rock with
like
because we watch it in college.
they getting their viewership up, but it's still. I don't think they turned a profit yet as a league. So let's keep watching so they can turn a profit, so the women can get more money. Because until you turn a profit, bro, the women not gonna make more money. And how you get more money is more the more sponsors pay more because there's more viewership. So women, y'all gotta view y'all shit. Like the Kardashians don't need no men to watch their show. Now
But
men
I
do women basketball too. But if no men watch women basketball and women watched it more, like they watch all these reality shows, then
but I get it, bro. I get it. I get it. Listen, Caitlin Clark, technically she's for the white people. You know what I'm saying? Technically, you know what I mean. But
they
when you
crazy.
look past that, when you look past that, and you be like, nah, she's really just a good basketball player. Because I don't think she want to be just liked by white people. I'm not gonna lie to you, because she.
I don't either. It seemed like she a great teammate to her teammates. I do not think Caitlin Clark hates black people at all. I'm pretty sure she loves black people and all people. It's just the media kind of put this like this. You gotta remember when the '80s they kind of did this with Bird and Magic, and it helped the NBA excel to another level. They played on racial stuff with Bird and Magic. It was just that Magic smiled all the time. It really wasn't no tension like this. But and now or maybe it was. I was young and I was born in '82
Yeah, I
and
was young.
so I gotta holler at the OG and see how they tension was. But I know they had commercials together playing on race. Now you ain't gonna have commercials in 2025 playing on race because we're not gonna make it that obvious. But sports do supposed to bring us together. But some sports that's real heavy on the racial tension is boxing for one. Because if it's a Mexican against a black or a white guy against a man, in boxing they cheer for their country and their race. And it's another sport, soccer, uh, what y'all call football in every other place in
Yeah,
the world. Soccer, they
yeah.
really that shit. They will fight you over a soccer game, bro. They for real about that shit. They about their country. When it's like country versus man, they don't play, bro. So some sports say even in sports, man. racism is a part of the world and it's also a part of sports. We try to watch sports and to take our mind off all that, but it don't always work. Whether it's Kaepernick or Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson back in the day would knock a white dude out and then grab a white woman from the audience and kiss her. They couldn't stand Jack Johnson, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Yeah, but like, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. If it's racism in sports, bro, even though it unites us, I'm I'm okay with it. Like, show me that you don't like me, bro. I'm okay with it, bro. This is what we grew up on. We've always grew up on. It's a little bit of tension. It's the people over there that don't like us. It's the people over there that want this person to win. It's been like that for. I'm okay with it. We can't, and in a way that kind of takes the fun out of it because if if one side wins and the other side, you know what I'm saying? We talk about it for weeks. We talk. I'm okay with that, bro. It is what it is, bro. You know, like Angel. But I would say this for Angel Reese, and I'm not trying to pick no sides or whatever, because I'm in the middle, because I really don't care. All right, Angel Reese, like you gotta be careful who you pick your fight with. Like you can't always get hard foul want to fight this, because it's like at a certain point, it's just like, all right, can she really play or is she like?
I'm not.
Is it all right?
Come on, man. I don't think she always want to fight now. You just
Man, bro.
you
Last year on the team, I
You don't
forgot who it was.
Draymond, dog.
Huh?
You don't say that about Draymond. Draymond always.
I do say that about Draymond. You lying hard as a bit. I do say
What's up? What's up? You do. You do. You do. You're right. You're right. You're right. You do.
Yeah.
I rock. You know I'm going to state, so I'm rocking Draymond. But yeah, Draymond be on some bullshit. That gotta be real. I love Draymond, but he goes But you need to, man.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like, bro, you need this. I like it's fun. I know people want to make it racism, and they have every right to because it borderline is. It's like it's right there in front of your face.
But they just gonna make it that way because they both talked about and they just one is black and one is white. So America gonna make it that way either way it go.
Angel Reese is from Baltimore, bro. She's supposed to ride out heavy for us, bro. She from Baltimore. She represents for all the females, the black females who in the hood. They can sit back and say, "Yo, I could be a basketball player," because Angel Reese and Caitlin Carter is supposed to do the same thing for her. And that's how it's supposed to go.
I'll never forget. I went to like David Buster's to watch the fight between Mayweather and McGregor.
Yeah.
So check it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. All the white people in there was going for McGregor. Bro. And remind you, McGregor ain't American. Usually with boxing, they stick to their country. But man, them white people in Minnesota, where I live at, saw another white man and said, yeah, fuck Mayweather. You know when they changed Mayweather knew that was gonna happen, so guess what he did? If you remember, when he came out walking to the ring, he had an American flag and he was waving an American flag. So then after he came out with the flag, they stopped the boos. But man, them white people was in there booing Mayweather because they
was
Gregor win.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's what we grew up on. Hey, bro.
Usually in boxing, I'm saying they stick to their country like Mexicans, but because that African American is like a subculture and we don't got our own country, man, them white people was like, I'm going for the man that got white skin like me. I don't care what country he from. But then when Mayweather borrowed the flag, they kind of chilled a little bit. But yeah, man. So if a little long as the racism, like I ain't gonna say racism, but if the racial tension, long as it's still on
Like tension. It's just a little tension.
the ring, don't take it outside the ring or nothing like that. But if
Yeah, like
that's gonna add to the sport, that's cool. If y'all think, like you know what, I don't really think Angel and Caitlyn hate each other. I think you know how
they
you can.
don't.
They like old school competitors. You know, like back in the 80s and 90s, players wasn't shaking hands and being friends like they is now. You
This
know?
ain't even a rivalry, bro. This ain't even a rivalry if you think about it.
Nah, they gotta be in some playoffs against each other for a while for it's a rivalry for me.
Yeah, it's just
Now, they have
it's
rivalries
just
in college, but
yeah,
yeah.
it's just Angel Reese is unapologetically black. She speaks for the she can play ball, she's pretty, she gonna scrap with you, she gonna get dirty with you, and people don't like that. But then you got the people who look at it like see the funny thing about this is I'm gonna tell you what's funny about this is like Caitlin Clark has black and white fans. Okay, because I know a lot of people who
Um,
like Caitlin Clark.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she got and
But like
Angel got white fans. I done seen her sign little
right,
Caucasian jerseys and stuff. So
right, but look. The thing is, here's where the divide is. The divide is in social media. Angel Reese Angel Reese got the black social media community. Okay, because like, and trust me, because I watched the comments. I watched these white people can't stand Angel Reese.
nah, they can't. They can't. But you know, bro, I'm telling you now, that's coming from a racial point. That's racial. Them
Because
motherfuckers, them motherfuckers just hate Angel. Hey, cause Kayla can do this, but when Angel do this, she the worst person ever, bro. I swear to God, bro. Cause I see both of them do that, man.
but then you got some you got white people and black people who rock with Kayla Clark, but it's just like, but see, Kayla Clark not as loud as Angel Reese though. Kayla Clark just want a ball, sign a
Uh,
few. She just want a ball, sign a few
they,
autographs.
they don't like when you loud. You don't apologize for being black. You don't apologize. She don't get in there and try to talk all like she talks like she actually talks. You know, like, hi, ma'am, how are you? She ain't all soft spoken. So they don't like. That's why they be hating on my boy Jalen Brown, man. Because
No,
Jalen Brown
isn't that?
up there and
No,
talk
I
about
got a
they ain't
yeah, I
trying to.
got a perfect one. I got a perfect one for you. That's why they don't like Shador Sanders.
Yeah, he talk. They don't want to see him talking shit, knowing he can play, and they know who his daddy is. His daddy talk shit too. His daddy.
But
They don't like it when you got that confidence. That's why I always say I ain't being humble,
but
man.
look, but 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 look, look, look. They like Shiloh Sanders.
Because he
They
more like
fuck with
he
they
more
fuck with Shiloh.
like quiet and yeah, he ain't all in your face like this. But if
They
I'm
fuck with
honest,
Shiloh. He Shiloh got undrafted. Shiloh got undrafted, but he got a contract quick as hell, boy.
yeah, man, he a little bit more subdued. So it's like when you like that, what they love Muhammad Ali once he got Parkinson's. The white people didn't love
Hmm.
Muhammad Ali when he was up there. Flow like a butterfly and thin like a bee. I'm black and beautiful. They ain't like him when he was talking all
Yeah, and they definitely didn't like him because he didn't want to go to war. Remember? Yeah.
he want to go to war and he was talking that black power shit. They ain't like him back. They ain't like him in the 70s and shit.
He said they ain't do nothing to me, so I'm not going over there to fight them.
Yeah, he got problems in his own country. Shit. So
Yeah, man.
that
So
Parkinson's,
so so all right, who do you think was right? Who do you think was wrong in this RG3 and Ryan Clark situation?
man. I'm
Because
gonna just say, go ahead.
I feel like Ryan Clark was wrong just because he said something to the wife. He should have left the wife out of it, and it seemed kind of personal.
I would have said that if the wife went back there clapping. You co-sign and you can get this work too.
True.
Why,
You out there.
so why you chiming in? If you gonna say, oh, this they been let me stay out of cool, but don't be doing this. Don't be cold.
Yeah, you
Somebody
know,
ass rule life, and then you be like, yeah, whoop his ass. Fuck you too then. I'm on that.
yeah, nah, cause I get you. I respect that because that's just like all right. Me and you, we out at the bar, right? And so we got our dates or whatever. We brought some dates or whatever, and we get into it with two dudes, right? And we go outside, right? And we like me and you and our mom. We like, man, I ain't even trying to do all this. Like, bro, like I'm just trying to go home. Like, but our girls in the background, yeah, that's why our boyfriend's gonna beat y'all up and mess y'all up, right? So she amping it up, right? So I get you. I see where you from it.
Man,
See, but that's not
you know how many dudes got into a fight because they woman said, my man will whoop your ass. Now you gotta fight a dude that's 6'5". You know how many times that happened to dudes that you gotta fight because your girl was talking shit to
a
somebody?
lot, because
Bro,
a lot. I've seen that happen a lot.
that happen every day. So man, nah, you talking shit. Nah, don't act innocent after you talking shit, man.
Because
Fuck that.
I heard dudes be like, "Oh, your girl talking tough. That's why you about to get beat up for her because she won't shut up." Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't hit your girl. I can hit you. You know how many fight, man? Come on, bro. Nah, don't throw stones and then hide your hands. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that one.
Right. All right, let's switch the topics, and then we gonna come right back to sports. Okay, so it ain't looking too good for Diddy, but then again, it might be looking good for Diddy. I don't know. But this is the thing. This is what I want to say about this because Diddy's defense team, right? He got like a dream team of defense teams.
Yeah,
He got like 9 lawyers.
yeah.
Okay, they put Cassie on the stand. Now Cassie was coming off like she a victim. Oh, he you know he did this. He did things without my permission. I'm not gonna say the word because I don't want to get flagged. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean by he did some things without my permission. Um,
Oh yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? Now, his P. Diddy's defense team was like, well, if he did that without your permission, why did you still talk to him? Because after that, she was still talking to him. Matter of fact, she was talking to Diddy, still trying to do certain things with Diddy while she was with her dude. She was talking to she was talking to her husband now while she was partying with Diddy, and you know what I mean. Like while she was at the freak off with Diddy, she was talking to her dude on her husband on the phone. So they was like, well, if Diddy's this bad of a person, why did you keep going back to him? Why did you go back to him after he did what he did to you? I
Nah,
don't understand.
I I've been really following this pretty good. It's a woman on TikTok. Her page is I am not a lawyer, but and she break down a lot of cases, and then Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club and some other people. I really been following this. Oh, and
All
Torre.
right, so you break so you really been following it. I've been following it off of DJ Academics page. All right,
Okay,
you tell me what.
dang, I can't with you. I saw a little bit of DJ too. Uh, I, I okay, I might get to that. Okay, so from what I done gathered, it was times what Cassie did say she was in love with Diddy, and
Mhm.
she didn't love doing the free calls, but she didn't want him to do it with nobody else either. She said she was a
Mm-hmm.
very jealous girlfriend, right? So when I
Mm-hmm.
first heard that, I'm like, well, okay, so you was with him. It was kind of like, you know how people got a job that they hate, but they go to the job because they need the money. So I'm like,
Do I?
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so that was consensual. But then it was times where when you in that DV situation, like domestic stuff, like yeah, you be in love, but then there's sometimes you scared to say no because there's a lot of things. Okay, he helping her with her career. That's one. She liked
Mm-hmm.
him. She didn't want him to have these free calls with nobody else. I
Mm-hmm.
saw a statement where she said her last straw was he was talking to a woman named Gina that she had talked to him about before. She said that was her last straw. So I said, damn, if that was her last straw, the free calls wasn't her last straw. Domestic violence wasn't her last straw, I guess. But no matter what her last straw was, I think he did intimidate her. He used the free call text and said, "Hey, if you do this, I'm gonna show him." Now, I think if she was thinking, she would have realized he wouldn't have, because he part of the free call. But in her mind, like, I don't want to be embarrassed. That's blackmail, right? And then it was times where like the allegedly blowing up Kid Cudi car because she was talking to Kid Cudi. So when people do stuff like that, you do kind of get scared to leave. Cause you're like, if I leave, they're gonna kill me. But I always say this: if a person say, if you leave, I'ma unalive you, they already being abusive. So me, I just take my chances and try to get away. Like she got away now, so maybe she got enough courage. I think because she did it now, she could have did it. Um, she could have did it sooner, but maybe she was afraid at the time. She was still hoping that he boosted up her career because he was in. I think, my opinion, if she would have stayed with Ryan Leslie, things were better. She started with Ryan Leslie, and then Ryan Leslie and his label, which was Cassie, was signed to Bad Boy. That's how she met Puff. So
Hold on. Hold on. So the deep so P. Diddy's defensive team over here, right? They was like, she just out for the bag. Cause she was talking to Ryan Leslie. Then she was messing with Diddy. Then she stopped messing with Diddy. And she got married to the traitor. The Diddy, oh, I'm in my bag today. I'm in my bag today. She was messing with Diddy, but then she was messing with the traitor. Then she got married to the traitor. Now I ain't mad at the traitor because I think the traitor. I think that me personally, I think the traitor might have told her, "Nah, go ahead and shoot that nigga."
yeah, see,
I think,
if people online saying that they in cahoots, like he was like, yeah, and it was something they came up with together. Now, I don't know. That's just alleged. That's a theory, but that is a theory online, and I know you be going down the rabbit
let,
hole. You
let me
probably
tell you why. Let me tell you why. It's a theory, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you from a man that is with a damaged female. No disrespect to the women, okay? Like when you talk to a female that's been hurt, been through a lot, she traumatized. She don't really trust the man she with, cause you know what I'm saying, because she was hurt in her past. Like it's a lot you got to deal with. So you either gonna leave or you got to try to rebuild her again. So it's like I'm going through all this. She out here She out here talking to him on the phone she out here doing something while I'm talking to him on the phone. I gotta deal with this every night. She might have nightmares about the situation. She, you know what I'm saying? She certain things I do remind me of the situation. Oh no, we suing this dude. He getting all the way sued out here. Cause I need pay this suffering too. Cause of what she putting me through. I gotta go through the BS. He get sued because she had a $10 million lawsuit settlement, and
yeah.
then she got another. Yeah,
Yeah.
her husband was like, yeah, we suing. Mm-hmm, yep, we
Well,
suing.
So that's what Rule Life believe. That ain't that ain't me.
That's what I believe.
Okay, so I ain't sure about the sex trafficking part because
Nah, can't, because if you willing to do it, it's not.
but you I guess by law you can't traffic somebody for the purpose of sex. But my thing is this just off tangent. I'll always be confused. So if I meet a chick on TikTok and she happen to stay in Alaska, right? And
All right,
we
let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. If you if you meet a girl, if you meet a girl online or you talk to a girl that's out of state and you text her, hey, hey, I want us to get busy and have sex, and you put that in the text message, and you make it known what you're trying to do, and she comes from she comes from Alaska to Minnesota to have sex with you. Technically, that's trafficking. Yes.
okay, so you can't so I can just say pull up and then whatever happened. But me personally, this is just a sidebar. I don't think prostitution should be illegal because
But but look. But
or
this way
or
you hold on.
if they agree, if a girl from another state agree to come here for the purpose of sex and we two consenting adults, I don't think that should be illegal either.
But you have to sign an NDA for that because look, if you pop it like that, like so, me and you, we got the Handicap and Chill podcast. So if we pop it and we celebrities now, and you say pull up, right? And you say pull up, and so the girl comes from another state, even though you just say pull up, the girl can sit back and say we had sex, and she can get mad at you and pull a sex trafficking charge because you said pull up and she came from another state.
I know, but I'm saying I think the law, like if we agree, like if it's no, we agree, like we got in text, all right, we agree. Okay, I'm coming here for sex. If I would never do this shit, but I'm saying if two adults did, I don't see why that should. If they agree, even if it's just for sex and they agree, I don't think it should be illegal. Cause like gambling used to be illegal. You know why it's not illegal now? Cause they figured out how to tax it and make money off of it. So
I,
I don't know. So, but but,
so I
but,
was
but
so I was go go
let me
ahead.
talk about the Diddy before I get on my tangent though. Well, I don't know about sex trafficking part, right? Because one dude, like the one that called himself the Punisher, the dancer,
Oh yeah, gang was nasty.
he said, I don't know why they called me because I lived in New York, and every time I did a freak off with them, it was in New York. So he didn't come from out of state. But I'll say this: I don't know about sex trafficking, but it was a lot of DV going on. So that is a crime. Now, he ain't on trial for domestic violence, but he did a lot of domestic violence. That is a crime. I don't think Diddy a
I
nice
mean,
person, and I think he used his fame and money to his advantage. Definitely
all
did.
right,
He ain't innocent.
all right. So look, this what happened, right? This is how I look at it, right? This is just my opinion. Okay, Diddy got with Cassie Young because they started messing with each other when he was 19.
Yeah.
Diddy got with Cassie Young or whatever. Um, but Diddy also had a wife though,
Nah,
and it's
he never married Kim Porter, but yeah, he was with her for a while.
but now he had a, okay. So wife, he had a main joint though.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, but he was treating Cassie like she was the main though. You feel me? Like he was talking nice to Cassie. Oh, I'm gonna get you whatever you want. You know I got you. You know
Of
we're gonna do this.
course he was.
Huh?
Of course he was in the beginning. They got to
Yeah, he
get
was. Yeah, he was speaking real nice to Cassie. But once Cassie realized, dang, he talking to other females too, and he not letting go of Kim Porter. That's when that see that jealousy. That jealousy can make even a man or a woman. That jealousy can make you turn up and be on some. If I can't do this, you can't do it either. If I'm going, you going down too. So that's what happened. She realized he ain't gonna change.
Now let me say this. Now don't misconstrue what I'm saying out here. But this is what I'm gonna say. Cause I watch What's Love Got to Do with it. So
What's love got to do? That's my shit. Go ahead.
so say you abusive to your woman, right? But you helping with her music career. And she might be afraid of you too. But she's so quick to leave because she love you one, you helping her with her career too, you a fly motherfucker, and you got money. So the abuse and whatever else she got to put up with, it's a little bit easier to put up with it when they got all that other stuff. Because I kind of uh do domestic acts to Tina, but then when she woke up in the morning, it was a diamond necklace next to the bed. So it's a little easier to put up with the bullshit when you living this luxurious lifestyle. That ain't right, but men know that, right? Like women be like, "Oh, I'm just trying to get the bag. I'm trying to get the bag. I'm trying to get the bag." And dudes know you just trying to get the bag. You trying to get the bag. You trying to get the bag. So dudes use their money to their advantage because they know
But
that's what you want. But that don't make it's still um. And it's women that get abused by broke dudes. But I think I'm just saying it's easier when the dude is rich and successful, it might can go on longer. You got because you yeah, he hit me and he blacked my eye, but he also bought me a BMW. And some women they'll take their trade off. Not all women,
right,
some women will take their trade off. And abuse ain't never cool. That's why I always tell people don't let nobody buy you. Because once people know you can be bought, they'll do anything and then just try to buy you. I can't be bought.
right, right. And the thing about this one was they had bought a like a therapist to the trial, right? And they said that Cassie, one of the reasons why she stayed with Diddy, this is what she said. I don't know if I believe it, but this is what she said. She said one of the reasons why Cassie might have stayed with Diddy is because she grew up around her parents abusing, like seeing abuse from her parents. So she might have been used to that.
Oh yeah, you think I agree with that. If that's her parents and she grew up seeing abuse from her parents, you think, oh, this just typical. This what happened in relationships. You get abused. I've I've
Right,
known
because
that said, oh, he hit on me because he loved me. Women have told me that.
right, and then I noticed
So
I saw this dude on Dr. Phil, right? And he said his wife, right? His wife was yelling at her all the time and being bossy or whatever. And Dr. Phil was like, "Well, why do you put up with that?" And he was like, "That's what I grew up on. That's how my mom was." So he just kind of got used to all that.
yeah. You think abnormal shit is normal if that's how you grew up. And it's
Right,
but the way you think of things and your trauma, I always say this. If you in a bad situation, try your best to get out as soon as you can. Cause the more you deal with the trauma, the more issues you're gonna have, and you're gonna bring that into your next relationship. Because if you the first time he put his hands on you, or she put her hands on you, or cheated on you, or did whatever, if you left, you ain't gonna have that same trauma as if you stayed for 10 years because some of it is they got hope that the person will change. But if a person's showing you who they are, just believe it. You got hope, but what if they never change? You can't stay around for another 5 years hanging on to hope. So if you can leave, I know sometimes you feel your life is in danger, but if you can't leave women and men, because men get abused or did wrong too, and whoever getting treated mistreated in a relationship, the sooner as you can leave, the better. You can't. That's
Right.
life. You can't be dependent and waiting on hope. People gotta want to change, and then if they don't see you leave, or you able to you go along with it because of the gifts, you go along with it a little longer. They know that, so they use the gifts and money or status or whatever. So they know you can be bought by that, or they keep you around. So just hey, everybody, if somebody getting abused, please try to get out. Please try to find help and don't stay no matter what they say. They always gonna say they're gonna change or it's gonna be different or they'll buy you a little nice trinket. Just it's not good, you know.
Right. I totally agree. Now, before we get up out of here, bro, let's talk a quick second about what happened last night with the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. Because that boy Tyrese Halliburton, is it Halliburton? What is it? Halliburton?
But
He got
I don't
such a
know.
weird name, bro.
I don't know if you're gonna ever see this. Hey, but I was talking down on you last part, bro. I was wrong, bro. I am from I want to explain to people. I am from Gary, Indiana, but because Gary is so close to Chicago, we get all the Chicago teams on the television. You gotta live like in Indianapolis or further in Indiana to get the Pacer game. So people in Gary,
Word?
yeah. So people in Gary, they're Chicago fans because we only a half an hour away from Chicago, so we get all the Chicago games. We don't get the Pacer games.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Because somebody said on Club 520 with Jeff Teague and all them,
Yeah.
he was just like people in Indiana won't really they not real Pacer fans. They don't really rock with the Pacers like that.
I think they do because if you live in like Indianapolis and further, they do because that's their team. That's the local games they get on the TV. But if you live in Gary, you get the Chicago teams. Like all of the Bulls, the White Sox, the Cubs, they get the Hawks. They get all the black. What's the hockey team? The Blackhawks, whatever the hockey team is in Chicago. They get all we get all the Chicago teams from Gary. But shout out to my auntie who was a Pacer fan.
Right, because you know the crazy thing is like where I'm at, right? We get the Commander and the Cowboy games. That's why you see a lot of Commander fans and Cowboy fans out here. It's either one or the other.
that you close to Dallas?
No, but I'm close to Washington technically.
So why y'all get the Dallas
I'm
game?
close to DC because because it's like it's because we get Fox.
Okay.
We get
So they just show a lot of Cowboy games, so y'all just
yeah. So we just show a lot of, but we also get a lot of Washington Commander games because where I'm from in VA, it's close to Washington.
So how far are you from Washington?
Mm, Technically, that's the DMV, so that's probably like 2 hours away.
Okay, you
So
ain't that far. Okay, I see it. And
yeah,
Virginia got a team, so all right, I get
yeah.
it.
So that's what it was. But yeah, like that boy. Hey, listen. If I would say this, if the Knicks do not win this series, hey, Tibbs, what the Knicks coach, he about to be fired because he run them players to the ground, 6 feet underground.
They were just talking about that. You see how the Pacers play like 9 people. Man,
Yeah,
Tibbs only be playing like motherfuckers seven motherfuckers if that. And because the Pacers are trying to run, you can run and be fast paced when you playing 9 guys, but you playing 6, 7 guys, man, you gonna wear them guys out. But Tibbs do that with every team he coach. That's Tibbs be like, hey, I got my 6'7" guy. I ain't really fucking with nobody else. He might put a guy in
Yeah.
there, but Tibbs Tibbs run players in the ground. That's what he do. And it's did you see that when they was talking about how they think players getting hurt more now more than they ever did because it's just more possessions in the game because everybody's so fast paced and shooting threes. So back in the day, it might have been 80 possessions. Now it's like 120 possessions. So it's
Right.
the length of the game the same, but it's more possessions. And you running for everybody running and gunning now. You moving faster and it's more possessions and you fucking up your ACL and your Achilles more. You just more injury prone. So
So before we get out of here, do you think that the Knicks got what it takes to win the series, or you think they might be finished?
oh nah, man. It's just one game, man. I never overreact one game. Everybody always do. With no team have I ever overreacted with one game. Um
If
so
I'm
yeah,
Brunson, I want more money. I want more money.
Cat if Cat play like he playing now, he wouldn't have got traded. But when he went to New York, what it was, he got something to prove. Sometimes players get lackadaisical and they don't try their hardest. When he moved to New York, they got other stars on the team, a whole lot of stars. So you don't
Well,
go put off to the sauce, and now he got something to prove to Minnesota because they traded him.
I, I,
Same with
I don't. Oh, I don't think you know the significance behind him going to New York. Like, so his mom that passed away, she was a New York Knicks fan. So
Oh,
he,
okay. I didn't know that.
so yeah, that's so
I
that's like that's love right there. Like he grew up watching the New York Knicks.
playing for Hartford Mama too. Oh shit, they might win the series. I ain't know that.
Yeah, because he said growing up, his mom used to take him to the New York Knicks the
So
Knicks
he's
game. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm just saying that's what she used to take him to the Knicks games.
okay. So she's a Knicks fan. He might be playing Hartford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his mama was a rider. Because remember when Cat and Joel Embiid got into it? They got that little scrimmage.
And
His mama
she
was up there giving a.
for real?
She gave Joel Embiid the middle finger. Yeah, you ain't see it. Hey, look it up.
I
Carl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid.
Hey, mamas don't play about their son, boy. But do you think they should let Tyrese's dad back in the games, man?
Not if you're gonna be a distraction. No, hell no. Like we're not.
He don't learn his lesson, man. Let him come back. Hey, he was wilding, but man, let him come back, man. That's his son. They just won, man.
If they make it to the finals, yeah, they should. He should, yeah. If they make it to the finals, yeah.
Cause Charles Barkley said, Adam Silver, please let him come back now. But you think if they make it to the finals, he come back? Well, he got to sit this series out.
Yeah, because it's already hostile as it is. Like, you're like,
Yeah, but
hey, bro, the
he go
Knicks.
through that shit again and talk shit to players on the court. I think he learned this lesson, man. He's wild.
Nah, not this series, because it's already hostile. Did you see what they did to that Pacer fan?
Well, who did to a Pacer fan?
The Knicks fans did to a Pacer fan. They threw trash at him.
Hey, Halliburton bought them tickets to the next game because they threw. That's why I told you about this. Hey, these sports be serious though. People be serious about their team, bro. That was crazy. You heard back in the day, Boston used to be real racist, and Indiana because those states are real racist. Indiana.
Indiana's real racist.
Yeah, Indiana. Outside of like Gary and those, when you go further out in Indiana, like further Joliet, further out past Indianapolis, them motherfuckers racist as hell. The Klan got a strong hold out there in Indiana, and Boston always been a real racist state. Brian talked about that. Boston real racist.
So Angel Reese and them, or Chicago Sky was like the Indiana fans was like mad racist.
Yeah, man, I believe Indiana race, bro. It's a real racist. Yeah.
Man, I didn't even know that.
The Klan got a stronghold in Indiana. Well, not now, but that was like one of their hotbeds, Indiana. Not Gary, but when we were younger in Gary, uh, the Klan was sending notes to people out, sending letters to people out in Gary and said, "Hey, y'all doing a good job, unaliving yourselves, blah blah." It was like a chain letter. A lot of people got that letter. Yeah. So
Yeah, they used to do that here. I believe that.
yeah,
Yeah,
so states like Indiana, Boston, they real racist, and even Bill Russell, the old rest in peace
yeah.
legend. I remember when I think he won MVP or they it was his birthday celebration or or they won a championship. Something he didn't want to be a part of it because he said, they used to spray paint his house with the
Oh yeah, I know.
stuff. Now that Bill Russell, he one of the stars of the team. But this was the 50s and 60s. They was mad that a black man was out there balling, even if it was on it. I'm talking about in Boston, bro.
But it's gonna be racism in sports regardless, though.
I know, but I'm saying is to be against a guy that's on your team that's the star or one of the stars is crazy. You can't even. Because even some racist people be like, if they from Cleveland and LeBron was on Cleveland, they was rocking with LeBron while he was playing basketball. Now they ain't want him to get on the mic and talk about no racial stuff, but that racism go deep. That one funny thing, I saw a clip of a nurse. She was talking about how this lady was dying, and she was like kept saying that she saw this black boy just staring at her. And then she told a story about how when she was little, this was like the 30s or 40s, she was little, and she was mad because the boy's sisters had nicer dresses than her. So she told her parents that the little boy tried to attack her or something, and they end up unaliving that boy. So the lady told that story. And so she think it was a little boy that was hunting her, waiting for her all this time. And then they told the story about how people with dementia, they have dementia and won't remember shit. But then they'll be calling you the N word. Like they remember that they're racist and don't like black people, but they don't remember shit else.
Yeah, because when dementia brings you back to like some of your past. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
So, yep, and they still remember that part of the past that they was racist. They might not remember your name, or they might not remember their kids, but they remember they don't like niggas. Like,
that's
man,
a fact.
that racism go deep, bro. It go deep in your soul,
Yeah,
bro.
cause they said that because it's an investigation because like the WNBA got like this investigation team now, and they investigating the Indiana fans or whatever, and they don't even want to do the WNBA All Star game in Indiana because the fans might be racist or whatever.
Damn.
But I didn't know it was like that, bro. I'm glad you told me.
Yeah, Indiana.
And
Yeah.
you know why though? Because I think a lot of people, when you think of Indiana, all you really think about is Gary. That's all we really know about is Gary.
That's all black people know about Gary, but them white people know. Them white people know. Yeah, they know. They know about the other parts of Indiana. Yeah,
I didn't even know, bro. I'm glad you told me, bro.
it might be cool to like
But we about to.
because there's black people there too, but further out, the further you go out of Indiana, it's like country land. It's like country out there. Fields and shit.
Oh yeah, I believe that. I believe that. But
Yeah,
we about to get up out of here, man, because we did an hour.
yeah. Hey, that was a good show, man. Good one. We came back with a good one, man.
That's a fact. Go ahead and give out your socials so everybody can follow you or whatnot.
And TikTok, I am Michael 57. Instagram, Michael57 _ Facebook, Michael Watson. I got on a black shirt with the black crutches. Fan base, shout out to the black man. Fan base is I am Michael57. I promise y'all I'm gonna start posting videos again. Give me a little
Yeah,
bit.
you can put some videos on the Handicap and Chill page too, bro. Um,
I just ain't did no videos at all. I'm back posting on Handicap and Chill, posting on my social medias. Let's go. Y'all might see me going live with other content creators on TikTok. So be on the lookout, man. Handicap and
hey, if
Chill.
you ever wanna go live on the page, just let me know. I'll help you. Um, so you can follow me at Threads at Rule Life Period NASA Instagram, Rule Life Period NASA Facebook, Rude Life NASA, man. Hey, we've been very consistent. I ain't gonna lie, we've been doing our thing. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be back next week with something else to talk about. All right, man. Everybody stay safe. We'll holla. Peace.